Welcome to the Misha Wilson Show, where we show you how to create massive success online so you can enjoy the lifestyle of your wildest dreams. Hey, if you want to discover the simple email marketing approach that allows us to add an additional 45 to 50 buyers each and every single day from our email marketing, stick around and watch today's video through until the very end, as I'm about to share with you the single biggest mistake most people make with their email marketing and the very simple process that allows us to maximize profit with our business. As always, if this is your first video, my name is Misha Wilson, and over the course of the last few years, I've now done over $40 million in total sales online. So everything that I'm going to teach you here today in this video is taught to you based on actual applied knowledge and not just theory. As always, if you get value out of this video, please let me know in the comments section below what your biggest takeaway is. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that thumbs up button if you get value. With that said, let's go ahead and dive right in. All right, so what I'm talking about here today is, once again, the simple approach and the simple method that we follow in our business when it comes to email marketing in order to go ahead and drastically increase buyer flow, and with it, increase, of course, revenue, profit, and overall cash flow for our business. But before we dive in to the actual approach, I want to take a minute here and I want to talk about the single biggest mistake with email marketing that I see so many people make in the internet marketing world, our students included. I get to see this firsthand working with, thousands of students every single year. And this is a major blocking point that keeps people from really maximizing their profit with, of course, email marketing. And that is the blocking point of actually having resistance to actually emailing your list once you build it. All right. So usually when people come online, they hear about the power of having an email list, and everyone sells them on, you need a list. You need to build a list. It's your single most valuable asset. Once you have a list, you can send an email and make money on demand, etc. And all of that is true. But what happens when, someone kind of buys into this thought process is that the list becomes such an important thing, such a valuable thing, such, a thing that they work towards building for so long that inevitably, once they build it, they don't want to mess it up, right? They build this list of, let's say, 100 people, 1,000 people, 10,000 people, etc. And naturally, because you spend so much time, effort, energy, you prioritize it so highly, you have an emotional attachment to that list, and you do not want to do anything to screw up the potential of, in the long term, having this asset for your business, which your email list is. And what that naturally leads to is different situations like, being worried about making someone unhappy on your list, being worried about making a subscriber angry, being worried about mailing it too often, being worried about mailing at all for that matter, right? And so oftentimes people will do all the work to build a list, go through all the effort and energy to get to a point where they actually have the asset. And then they'll just kind of sit and look at the list and think about, all right, this is awesome, this is cool, I got the list, but not actually do anything with it. Or if they do something with it, be very, very, very mild when it comes to how they market to that list. And I can't tell you, this might sound ridiculous, I can't tell you how many times I've seen this exact case study happen with our students, and it happens more often than it actually does not happen. All right. And so the big mistake, very simply, is building a list and then not emailing it to make money. So what I always walk my students through is just essentially looking at the fact that, look, the first reason you wanted to build a list is not to have an email list. The reason you want to build a list is to have an online business that's profitable and make money with that actual list. And from that point, what you have to understand from that place is the only way to make money with a list is to actually mail the list, is to actually send offers to the list, is to actually promote stuff to the list, is to actually sell, right? Not a four-letter word, obviously it is, but some people think it's like a bad word. You have to actually sell to that list in order to go ahead and have the chance even to make money, all right? And that's what a lot of people are completely and totally fearful of. So firstly, look at yourself. And if you're in the pattern right now of not mailing your list often enough, mailing your list once or twice a week, mailing your list just pure content, maybe you're just mailing your list videos like this, which absolutely should be part of the approach. But at the same time, if you are never selling to your list, you are falling prey to, one of, if not the biggest mistakes that so many people make in email marketing, which is keeping you from driving sales, driving profit, and at the end of the day, increasing cash flow for your business. All right. So now that you know the big problem, what's the actual, solution and tactical execution framework and game plan to execute upon in order to go ahead and, email market the way we do, that generates anywhere from, additional 45, 50, sometimes more buyers per day. And very simply, this might sound crazy for those of you who have not been following me for a long period of time. For those of you who have, this might sound very normal. But what we do in our business, the adjustment that we made in our business, is instead of mailing, 3 to 4 times a week to content like this, we've increased our mailing exponentially. We actually mail as many times as 2 times, sometimes 3 times per day, including all of the different segments that we mail to. And I can do another video on segments to mail if you'd like. Let me know in the comments section below if there's the demand. I'll make sure to go ahead and cut a video for you on that. But for us, we now mail to our list usually 3 times, sometimes more than that per day. And every single email message has a sales call to action. Every single email message pushes people back to an actual sales page, pushes people back to an actual place where they can buy. And to be honest, about half of the emails that we send are just purely sales messages. All right. And I know everyone's going to panic when they hear that, and they're going to think, God, your list is going to burn out. Isn't your list going to stop opening? Isn't your list going to get angry, etc.? Here's what happens when you mail your list frequently, and when you sell to your list frequently. All right. What naturally happens is if you have a list of 10,000 people, and let's say, just for the sake of round numbers, it'll never work like this, just for the sake of round numbers, half of them are okay with you selling. Those are going to be the people that are ultimately going to purchase your products. If half the people on your list are not okay with you selling anything to them and are never going to buy to begin with, again, they're never going to buy. And so it naturally happens when you mail more often, when you mail more consistently, and when you sell more consistently, keywords, sell more consistently, what naturally happens is the people on your list that do not like you selling, the people on your list that do not want to buy, the people on your list that would not have bought anyway, right? No matter what you did, they will unsubscribe. You will piss them off. You will make those people unhappy. You will have those people, say, God, this person's mailing too often, whatever it might be, right? You're going to have some unhappy campers, but those are all of the people that would not have bought anyway. All right. And on the flip side, the people that are okay with you selling, the people that are likely to buy, what's going to happen with those people is every single day, there's going to be a segment of people who open and click, but end up not buying. All right. And if they're okay with you going ahead and, selling and mailing, which again, a large percentage of your list will be fine with that. They're not going to unsubscribe. They're not going to get angry. They just might not buy it today. All right. Then you will have a segment of your people that are your buyers today. And they're the people that are actually going to pull out their credit card and purchase your product that very day. And then from there, you're going to have a segment of those people who won't open the email for that day. And so what naturally kind of happens is your responsive subscribers, the people who are likely to purchase, the people who are likely to open, the people who are likely to become a buyer long-term for your business, even if they don't buy, every single day, which obviously they won't, even if they don't open every single day, which obviously they won't, they're okay with you selling to them. So they will stick around. They'll stick around through the sales messages because you also want to be providing value, like I always teach. And then from there, when it becomes a point in their life when maybe the pain, right? So let's say for the sake of this example, you're in the dating market, right? You teach people how to get a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Maybe their girlfriend just dumped them, right? So that pain in their life is a little bit higher. The minute that pain in their life is a little bit higher, that's when they'll be most likely to open your emails, engage with their emails, and buy your products, right? Let's say you're in the niche of showing people how to make money online, right? Like we are. Maybe someone went from having a job and having consistent, predictable income to now they're unemployed. So the pain and the stress and the fear of not having enough money is now higher. So that person that didn't open, didn't respond, didn't engage for a long period of time, those are the people who will open, engage, click, and ultimately buy. While at the same time, this is part of the magic of this overall formula, every single time you mail a sales message, all of the people who are the non-responsive, non-buyers, people who do not want to be sold to, people who are not interested in purchasing whatever you have to offer, they are naturally going to filter themselves out. They're going to unsubscribe. Again, they're going to be unhappy. They're going to complain. That's completely fine. You will never make a single sale in your business if you're always trying to make everyone happy all of the time. Let those people filter themselves out. Let those people unsubscribe. Let those people kind of, the dead weight on your list, remove themselves. And then from there, what happens long-term is you are left with a more responsive list. You're left with more buyers. And on top of that, you're left with a list that is more likely to purchase over and over and over again, once again, moving down the line. So remember, do not be afraid to sell to your list. Sell aggressively to your list. Your list is there to make money. Your list is there to serve as an asset to generate revenue for your business. You don't want to burn your list out, so always do provide value to your list, but at the same time, sell to your list. And again, as shocking as this might sound, if you sell to your list more often, you'll probably make a few more sales. As always, I hope you got a ton of value out of this video. If you did, please let me know in the comments section below what your biggest takeaway was. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that thumbs up button if you got value. Till next time, over and out.